Good evening, good morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Welcome to the second episode of the Boozie and Bougie broadcast. Yay! I'm staying consistent. Isn't that wonderful? So last week you saw that I hadn't decided if I was going to say bougie or boozy first, but since we're focusing on booze, we're going to put that there. So yeah, it's going to be the Boozie and Bougie broadcast, triple B, and this is the second episode, so welcome. Hope you all are having a wonderful new year so far, and let's get to it. So today I was deciding if I felt like doing episode this week, and you got to keep at it. If you're going to do any kind of online blogging, vlogging, online television show, whatever, you gotta stay consistent. So my goal, I hope, is to at least, no, I'm claiming it. My goal is to do one episode a week. So this is our second episode, and this week I am focusing on wines again, because I haven't done any planning or research for cocktails that I might want to play around with. So I'll be a little bit more diligent in that and researching cocktails. But this one we're gonna do wine because it's easy, open and pour it. Boom. But this is a fun line of wine. This is called Infinite Monkey Theorem, and this is a company that started in Denver, I believe around 2010. I might not have that accurate, but I'm going to put a link to the Infinite Monkey's website on my comments or in the link below, and you can check them out for yourself. But they did start in Denver, and you know Denver likes to keep things a little bit weird. You know, nothing wrong with that. But they decided we need a second location. Where else is a weird place? Austin. And so they decided to open up another urban winery right within the city limits in Austin. So they've got two sister wineries. They're fantastic. They're great. They're cute decor. I'm going to try to put some pictures in the comments as well. But they've got really good wine as well. Their whole theory is wine should not be pretentious. It should be fun. Everybody should enjoy it, and do your thing, basically. So I love that. And they are urban wineries. They actually make the wines in-house in their wineries within the city limits, so you don't have to go on a trek or a sack lunch ride out to the desert to go to a winery. They're right there in the city. If you're in Austin, it's at South Congress and Ben White off of Pickle Road. There's a rock climbing place next door, so I don't know if the combination of rock climbing and wine would be good. Who knows? But it's there, and there's some cool food trucks outside as well. So let's get into the wines. So we're going to try to keep these videos less than 10 minutes because I know y'all got things to do, and so do I. And I'm going to be very real with y'all as well. Like the wine, it should be fun. It shouldn't be work. It shouldn't be daunting and confusing. Same with makeup. There are going to be days where I feel like putting on a full beat face just for a 10-minute video. And then there's going to be times so I can inspire at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not going to put on a full beat face for a 10-minute video just after wash it right back off and go to bed. So natural face, here you go. Eventually, when I'm just doing only this, then I'll put on the beat face for all the videos. Anyhow, let's get into it. So the first one we're going to get into is our Viognier. That is this one here. This is one of the few white wines that I actually have in my collection from Infinite Monkey. I used to do tastings for them with some of the promotional companies here, but I became a fan because I totally like be weird. Do what your thing is, do what you want. So this is a Viognier, and this is a 2017. This just came out this year, and it is a very Texas-y bottle, because these are Texas grapes. They're probably from the Hill Country area or West Texas possibly, but this is a really nice white wine. And all their wines feature screw-off tops unless it's their bubbly series, which I'm all for, because if you're like me, if your wine has a cork in it, I'm drinking the whole thing. So this keeps me from drinking whole bottles of wine. So for you screw top bottle snobs, this is a calorie saver. Think of it that way. But there's a wonderful citrus note, floral note on this. You can kind of smell a tinge of sweetness, but this is not a sweet wine. So if you're looking for a sweet wine, this isn't it. But it's really pleasant. It tastes great with fish and chicken and pasta fettuccine alfredo is great with this. Not a lot of intense flavors. There's a tinge of woodsiness. No, it's not even woodsy. It's just floral and citrusy notes. Really, really tasty. Yeah, there's something there that I can't quite place, but it adds to the flavor. But it's not an overall crazy flavor profile where you're like, I taste shoe leather and I taste the blood of denim. I don't know what people taste. I'm wondering who's been licking shoe leather to taste shoe leather, but it is what it is. I can smell it, but I don't know if I taste it. But smell does affect your nose and all that kind of stuff. Science. But anyway, this is a pleasant wine. It isn't overtly scary to drink. It's just really pleasant, easy to drink. Throw it with some fish and pasta, you'll be good to go. Even some salad. I think this is more of a summer drink. But again, my rule is do what you want, drink what you want. So that is the Viognier. And again, it's a very Texas-y bottle. So if you like gifts and things of that sort, you know, you got some stars and stripes there. That may be triggering for some folks in the current political climate. We're not going to go there. But they do have great designs on their bottles, as you can see. The monkey always catches people's eyes. Let's see. The next that we're going to go to is, let's see here. Trying to, I'm going to save that for last. All right, we're going to move along to Tempranillo. So this is a Tempranillo. Let me just, I'll be ready for bed after this. So this is a Tempranillo. This is another Texas grape. This is their 2015. And as you can see, I haven't got my nails fixed yet. If you want to send me some money or extra time in the day so I can get my nails done, I'm all for that. But anyhow, this is their Tempranillo. This is what I call barbecue wine. The reason why is because it's got a lot of smoke flavor. It's got a very dry palate, but there's some berry notes to it. So it's kind of summery to me. This is something that you want to drink when you're throwing burgers on steaks on the grill, fish, just anything on the grill. This is easy wine to take to your summer friends' parties and just break this out. Or if you're just cooking for the family on a Wednesday night after work and you want to relax, this is that wine that goes with that grilling food. So very medium body. It's not super heavy. It's got a medium finish of those dark fruits. Not super dark, just a little bit of berry. And there's some woodiness to it. Definitely a tinge of smoke. There's almost a mapley note to it. I'm not sure what that is. And I'm still learning my aromas and things of that sort. I can tell different wines apart, but sometimes I just don't know what to pull out of the noggin to compare it to. But yeah, this is fruity but dry. Definitely not sweet. Matter of fact, none of these wines are sweet. So if you're a sweet wine drinker, sorry, I don't have anything for you for this video. But that's what this one is. But fantastic with like a steak. Fantastic with a burger. Even a grilled hot dog. Anything that's got some smoke coming from the grill, brisket, you want to have this with their Tempranillo. Barbecue wine is what I call it. Gotta love it. All right. Eventually I might invest in a spit bucket, but I don't believe in spitting out booze. But I just have to pour smaller. All right, so y'all are just going to have to watch me get a little bit buzzed. So this one is called the Blind Watchmaker. Really cool label. Doesn't feature the monkey as prominently as the other ones, but this design kind of reminds me of a dream catcher or a solar system or something. Just really, really cool. But I'm not sure what the thought process was behind that. Can't tell if those are letters or symbols. Nope, those are letters. Yeah, this is a red blend. Okay, and I'm still over pouring myself. And there isn't a year for the Blind Watchmaker. So this is a blend of several different types of grapes. I'm not sure what they are. I'm sure you can get the breakdown of what it is on their website. But this is a nice, um, easy to drink, goes with everything type of wine. I believe there's some Cab, some Merlot, and one other grape in there. But this one also has a fruity, not fruity, but a berry note. It's a little bit heavier than the Tempranillo, in my opinion. Definitely more body on there. Definitely a little bit more weight. Not much, but if you want something that you want to drink for several hours and not be totally weighed down, the Tempranillo is what you want. If you want something just a little bit bolder, go with the Blind Watchmaker. This is something that goes with your pastas. Also goes with grilled meats too. I'd want to stick with heavier foods, maybe your Italian foods, your Mexican foods. This berry note goes a little longer. There's definitely more oak in that, at least my flavor profile. I don't think they oak any of their wines. There's just that tinge that comes with that Chardonnay oakiness that it tastes like to me. Um, Definitely some dark cherry in there to me. Not that they put cherries in it, but there's a round feeling that I get when I eat cherries that feels on my palate, and that's what I'm tasting in this. So not necessarily fruits, but cherry notes. Cherry and oak, that's what I'm getting out of there. But anyway, delicious, easy to drink, not super dry. It doesn't just lay and dry out your tongue. This is one that's easier to drink if you are not a dry wine fan. This is a little easier to take and food friendly, in my opinion. Tempranillo goes more barbecue stuff. This one is a little bit friendlier with more things. So that is the red blend, the Blind Watchmaker. Now we're getting into Merlot. This is their 2015, and this is one of the few Merlots I actually like. I gotta keep an eye on the camera and not blocking my face. Anyway, this is one of the few Merlots I actually like. I'm not sure if I actually dislike Merlot or if the movie Sideways tinged my brain and made me not like Merlot. But there's many Merlots that I don't like. I kind of think they're boring. That's just my opinion. I've definitely not drank enough Merlots to make that a capital case against Merlots, but that's where I'm at right now. So, just so you know, may see this a couple of years from now, and I'm like the biggest Merlot fan ever. Who knows? But this one also has nice, strong cherry notes. And remember, I said I believe some of the Merlot is in the Blind Watchmaker. And if you're with Infinite Monkey Theorem and I'm just totally getting everything wrong, let me know in the notes. I'd like to make sure I'm telling things correctly. But this one has more of a short finish as far as flavor. It's very similar to the Blind Watchmaker in my opinion. It's still same berry notes. More of that cherry note, but it's a drier finish, and there's a little hint of citrus in there. I don't get smoke on this one or oakiness like I do with the Blind Watchmaker. I don't get any of that. This is more of a dark citrus note, like raspberry or something. But it's still very easy to drink. And usually Merlots just kind of dry out my palate for no reason. And I think that's why I usually dislike them. This one doesn't do that. There's a juiciness at the end of this that makes it really pleasant. So this is a nice Merlot that I like. It's a 2015. These are all pretty young wines. I'm not sure how long you can keep these, or if you can cellar these. You might want to hit Infinite Monkey up for correct information on that. But these are really easy to drink in a year or two, I guess. Would be sufficient to keep these. After all, are you trying to collect wine or are you trying to drink it? My husband would probably say I'm collecting it. But I will get around to drinking it all. It is what it is. All right, so that's the Merlot, the 2015. Now, we're going to do Syrah. We do have a Syrah. Just a fun note, I don't think the Blind Watchmaker and the Merlot are Texas grapes. I think those are grapes shipped in from California or Denver. Not sure at all, but they are pretty forthcoming about where the grapes originate from. I do know that the Tempranillo and the Viognier are definitely Texas grapes. So if you're someone that's loyalist to Texas wines, those are the ones that you want to get. This Syrah, they do have some Syrah grapes in Texas. I'm not sure if this is one of those made from that, but this is something that you want to give it a try. A lot of people are not familiar with Syrah or my mind is going blank already. The Australian version of Syrah, the other pronunciation. I'll put that in the comments as well. Australia is really popular with Syrah grapes, and apparently there's some in Texas as well. So this is a 2014 Syrah from Infinite Monkey Theorem. I'm getting a little bit of citrus. I'm getting a little bit of grassy notes. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean fresh cut grass. I mean, like, I don't go around sniffing grass or licking grass. Just for those of you who are like, how do you taste that? Some things you smell. So, like with my shoe leather comment, yeah, I can smell shoe leather, but tasting it, I don't know. But anyway. There's definitely more acidity in this one. Less of the fruit notes. More citrus on this. A little bit of oak. It's not the most exciting in their series, in my opinion. This one's a little harder to drink if you are not a sweet wine fan. It's not a whole lot going on with this one, flavor-wise, in my opinion. It's drinkable, great with food, easy. You know, can't argue with that. But as far as exciting, something I just have to have, this isn't one of those. It's not a bad wine, but it's not anything I would elevate it like, oh my God, you got to try this. So that's their 2014 Syrah. Now, it is 2014. I don't know if this has aged past its prime since it's now 2019. Young wines tend to not do well if you don't drink them immediately, so who knows. Yeah, there's a very short finish on there. It's pretty much gone as soon as you swallow it. And you're left with a little bit of citrus, and that's about it. So, not a whole lot to say on the Syrah. It is what it is, but I wanted you to know that. So, they may have a newer vintage of it that might have more character to it. If I run across it, I'll grab it and retaste it and see what we say. But that's where we're at right now. And the last one, this is actually my favorite out of the crew. This is their Malbec. This is from 2016. And I went to Infinite Monkey Theorem to their opening and tasted their Malbec, and I proceeded to drink the whole bottle by myself in one sitting. Always do. I'm almost upset that I'm opening this because I know this is going to be gone tomorrow because the top is cracked. Yes, I know I said I can put the top back on and I drink the whole bottle, but this is how good this Malbec tastes. I am a big fan of Malbecs, more so than Cabs, and this is just really tasty. You get those berry notes, you get the citrus on there, but there's something about this, a bold flavor on here. Yeah, it's a short finish, medium body, but there's something about this flavor that just makes this a Person Keys wine. This is something you grow in the house. You don't even get a glass. Just throw your Person Keys down and just start drinking. Yeah, order pizza. This is one of those days wines. There's a lot more citrus on this. It's just a flavor that carries on just a little bit. As you keep swallowing, you still keep tasting it on your palate. It's a little bit longer flavor. Yeah, I could pretty much drink this with anything. Not cereal or something like that. Don't be ridiculous. But any pastas, any Mexican food, any Hungarian food, Ethiopian food, whatever, this Malbec is pretty easy. Super tasty. I'm still tasting some berries on my palate, some citrus on my palate. And you'll find that most of the wines in this series have a lot of berry and citrus flavors in their profile. And now I'm starting to burp because I've had essentially a whole glass of wine within this time frame. Very easy to drink wines in this profile. That's not what I meant to say. Very easy to drink wines in this line. You're going to find a lot of berry notes and citrus in the profiles for this line. They're very easy to drink. There are a lot more offerings. They also have rosés. They have a bubbly series and some other stuff. So if you're in the Austin area or the Denver area, I suggest you go over to the Infinite Monkey Theorem wineries. Check out what they have to offer. They have wine on tap. They have wine in kegs, which I think is freaking awesome. They even have a canned wine line where they have a Moscato for you sweet wine drinkers. They also have a Chardonnay, a Merlot, and a Rosé. The Rosé is fantastic. It's got really nice strawberry notes and raspberry notes. It's bubbly and fun. And they're in cans. So, again, keeps you from drinking entire bottles of wine at one time. Look at their black boxes, 4 in a can, and they look like energy drinks. So you can take them to Jimmy's soccer practice or whatever, and nobody knows you're actually drinking wine. Shout out to you moms out there. All right, so this is some of the offerings from Infinite Monkey Theorem. You can go to their website, check out what they got. You can order from their website if you want it directly delivered to your house, depending on what state you're in, blah, 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 rules. And then you can also go down to the wineries. So go to the wineries. The one in Austin has excellent stuff that they schedule. They have a silent disco. They have yoga and wine classes, to my knowledge. Like, you can rent the place out for parties. Just awesome stuff. So give them a check out, as because you're supporting local as well. But there are decent wines as well. You want to have fun when you're drinking. This company is all about having fun. So I thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry this video is so long, but I did 6 wines. So I hope you stuck through this for the whole thing, or at least, if you're on YouTube, you can do 2 times fast forward and still hear what I'm saying, and you only have to spend 12 minutes of your life listening to me. So it is what it is. But thank you for turning in to the second episode of the Boozie and Bougie broadcast. In February, I am actually planning on doing some Black History Month series for some of those Black-owned liquor companies and wines and stuff like that. For instance, did you know E40 has a wine line? Unfortunately, I cannot find it in Texas, so I'm going to have to order it from his website to be able to review it. But if you have a booze, a liquor, spirit company, or a wine company, or a beer company that you would like me to review their products, and if I can get my hands on them, let me know in the comments. I'd love to review those for Black History Month in February. I'm hoping to do that all February. It's just focus on Black-owned spirit and wine companies. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this. Leave any comments and likes and shares. Please share, please share, please share. And let me know what you think. Other than that, continue to have a happy new year, and I will see you all next week for the next episode. Bye-bye.